Hi, my love. How's it going? How are you guys doing? Welcome back to my third episode of monthly empties. Now, I knew going into this month I wasn't going to have as many empties as I had for the last 2 months, but I still knew I'd get a decent amount done because I was still heavily focusing on using up quite a lot of products. And now I'm at the point where almost all of my products are like sort of almost like brand new. So, not brand new in the sense of I've just bought them, but brand new in the sense I've just like started a new product to use or put into my routine. So I know that going forward it's going to take me a while to get as many empties, but I'm still so excited to show you guys the amount I've got this month, especially because I have got an insane amount of makeup empties and I'm shocked. So if that's something you want to see, please make sure you stay tuned. Also, please subscribe and like my videos if you're interested, and also follow me on TikTok because I post some other content over there as well, especially like quick sort of get ready with me's too if that's something you're interested. But anyway, let's just get right into it. I have a load of empties for this month as well. A lot of them are hair care. I use up this Nazarol Scalp Soothing Itchy and Sensitive Shampoo. I did not personally like this. I prefer the T-gel one. I feel like that one actually, like the more I used it, the more I could actually tell a difference to my scalp. Like I've got a very specific few places where like I've got really dry, flaky scalp, which didn't really happen before. But I feel like like the one time I started using Pantene because my shampoo had run out and I was using my mom's, that completely ruined my scalp health, and I've just never recovered since. So yeah, like that's an issue, and I really hope one day that my scalp finally freaking heals because it's such a nightmare and it's a pain. But I use this up and I feel like especially when I first started to use this product, it was very drying and it made my scalp very, very itchy. And I was like, oh my god, like, do I still continue using it? Do I stop? Like, what do I do? So I tried to push through the initial couple of uses and like try to use it more. And I realized the more I used it, the less sort of like itchy I got. But that being said, I still don't feel like this made as much of a difference as the T-gel did. So I definitely need to repurchase some kind of shampoo to help with my scalp health, and it wouldn't be this one. I haven't tried the medicated version, so I might try that one because I've heard that one is a very popular one and that was really good. But I might just go back to using the T-gel one because I think for me personally that might be a little bit better, but this one I didn't personally like as much. I used up this Trichology shampoo, and this was the Revitalizing Scalp Shampoo. This has caffeine, lime and ginseng in it. Last month I used up the conditioner, which smells freaking amazing, and this time I used up the shampoo. So what I tend to do is like double cleanse my scalp and my hair. So the first time I'll go in with one shampoo and kind of like cleanse as much as I can, and then I'll always go in with the second shampoo. And I feel like my hair's been a lot cleaner like since I've done that as well. And this is like sort of the second shampoo I'd always use. But yeah, no, I have actually liked this product, and I've got a couple of these as like backups. I've got one in my like shower now, and I've got one more in like my backup drawers. I do like this. I think it's a really good product, especially for the price. And this is one of the shampoos that hasn't made my scalp dry or itchy or anything like that. It's kind of helped with that itchiness, but I don't know what exactly I'm doing wrong, where obviously this is helping, but then I'm not exactly getting to where I want to be. So if you guys have any specific like scalp health like products you would really recommend, please let me know, because I'm so sick and tired of my scalp being so dry. I used up this hair mask as well. This was from L'Oreal. So last time I dyed my hair, I had it bleached because I was going for like a lighter sort of like coppery orangey color, almost like ginger. And sort of like that, I bleached my hair, and bleaching hair, as you know, is very damaging. And I feel like at the start there wasn't as much damage, but like also with me not taking care of my hair as much as I was supposed to, it kind of like the damage was a lot more prominent. So what I did was I bought this hair mask, and this is the hyaluronic moisture wrapping mask. This is so good. It smells amazing, but what I would do is, because it's got hyaluronic acid, what I did was I used to wet my hair first, brush my hair out so there's no knots or anything like that, then go in and put this in my hair, and I would leave this in for like 2 to 3 hours. And I feel like this made my hair a lot softer and smoother, and it gave it like a little bit of shine. It felt healthier. It really, really good. I think I actually surprised myself with how many hair empties I have this month. I also used up this in a sense hair love prep spray. I just used this as like a leave-in conditioner because I wasn't exactly sure what this did. And to be fair, it didn't really do much for my hair, but I've had this in my like drawers for quite some time. I think this is at least 2 years old, if not older than this. I have like a basket. I used to have a basket same size as this, full of all my hair care stuff, and I'm slowly just trying to make my way through it, because I'm not gonna lie, most of the hair care stuff I either bought, or like the oils I bought, but a lot of the other products, it was like a free gift of purchase, or it was part of like a goodie bag or advent calendar or something like that. And really try to stop buying those as much as I possibly can, because I feel like a lot of the products in there are always things that are thrown in there because they're not selling well, and obviously they want to get rid of stock, so they just do this like goodie bag to then get rid of the stock. And I feel like a lot of the times you end up with a bunch of products that don't really do anything or like are kind of useless. And I feel like this is one of those products. I have used one product from this brand like years ago, and I think it was like a shampoo or like a leave-in conditioner, or a conditioner, like a hair mask or something. I know it was something like that. I think it was like a hair mask, but you'd use it in the shower. That was really good and I really liked that. But this product, I just feel like it did nothing. Another product I used, and I actually really like this. This was the Philip Kingsley Pure Colour Frizz Fighting Gloss. This is a really, really good product. I have used a few things from this brand, and every item I've used I've really liked. I think I've used the shampoo from them and the leave-in conditioner or like a hydrating mask or something, and they were really, really good. This does actually help with the frizz. So I have a lot of breakage, but also my hair is like wavy, and I don't know if it's to do with my hormones or what it is, but my hair sort of waviness and curl pattern changes, and it never just like kind of stays the same. I don't know the science behind that, but like sometimes I'm more likely to have frizz, sometimes I'm not as much because of the breakages for the most part. And then a lot of the times I also like just brush my hair out and then try to like keep it in a braid. But what happens is then I have a lot of frizz around like the front sort of section, and it could be due to new growth, breakage, but a lot of other factors like that. Anytime I use this, it really helped with the amount of frizz I was having. So if I was to just leave my hair out, it worked really well. Even when I used to put my hair up in like a ponytail, it would still be much better when I use this product than to have not used anything like this before. I think this is now the last hair product I have. This is from Fable and Main. I bought a set. There was like 3 things that come in it. This is a soothing serum. This is the Amla soothing serum. There was a scrub and a mask, I think. I love this so much. This, first of all, smells amazing, but I used to use this a lot when I used to have like if my scalp was really itchy, I kind of just put like several drops all over my head, and honestly this was really, really good. I really enjoyed using this. It was calming, it was soothing, but I also really liked how like once I'd used this and washed my hair, I felt like my hair felt a lot cleaner, my scalp felt a lot cleaner and nicer. I would really recommend this. I bought a set for myself and my friend, and I gave her one for her birthday, but I really like this. I can definitely see myself purchasing and trying other things from Fable and Main. And also I feel like it's one of those brands I would love to work with in the future too, just speaking that into existence. But I really like this, and I would love to try some more things from them. I'm also using a scalp scrub at the moment, and I love that scrub. It's so good, I can't lie. But no, I'm really happy with this product. It was really good. Sad that it was a small one, so it finished really quickly on me, but I loved it so much. Then I used up this shower gel body wash. This is the limited edition one from Soap and Glory. This was a peach please one. For a peach scented product, this actually did smell quite nice, because I know with certain products and certain scents it can smell very like chemically or like fake, and it not smell so good. But this one did actually smell good. But this made me realize I actually just want like a basic, like fresh minty sort of scent when I'm using like a body wash. And I've realized that, and I was thinking that for quite some time, but I think this one really sort of like kind of made me realize that actually no, I'm done with like having like the fun scents, but I just want something that's fresh and minty. But like I have experimented and used like loads of like sort of fruity and like those types of scents, but I just kind of want like a basic easy grab and go sort of thing. I at the moment have quite a few shower gels that I'm working through. A lot of them are like smaller ones anyway, which either were like gift purchase, come in a set, or just things like this. I have a couple from like Rituals that I'm also using up, so they're all in like different sizes. So hopefully by the end of the year that should be me done with all of my shower gels, and I can just buy like a really basic like tea tree one or something like that. But this was a good one if you like peach scents. I don't know, but I feel like Soap and Glory have just really good products in general. Anything I have used from the brand I have really loved. I've used their face wash, which I really loved. I've not used a toner, so I can't really comment on that, but I've used a lot of their like body stuff, and every item I've used I've really enjoyed. And I think also for like a drugstore kind of brand, they're like fairly affordable as well, so I would highly recommend you do check out their products, because I really enjoy this. I use up this sunscreen. I know that people have like either they love it or they hate it. My friend, whenever she's used it, she's found that she's always got like some sharp bits and pieces that she's found in her sunscreen, which is really fucking weird. But then one of my other friends as well said that this absolutely burnt her skin. And I remember when I first originally used this, like last year, the year before, whatever sunscreen whichever one I used at that time, which was this one, also like really burnt and irritated my skin. So I was really surprised because this is one of the most popular sunscreens. But this I had to buy after like a while later because I did like sort of like micro needling treatment and I needed like a really good sunscreen. So I just bought this one because this one's highly recommended. So for me, it worked fine. I just won't see myself repurchasing this one because I do actually prefer the Korean sunscreens. I feel like they're a lot better. So I've already got quite a few of those in my backup drawer. So I do not need any more sunscreens, but this is a good like easy one to grab at like the drugstore, which is what I really appreciate. But I do still just prefer my Korean skincare ones, so I think I'd rather those than this. But it was still a good one to use. Then I bought a couple of like creams from ByMehshake because I really wanted to try some of those. I just picked this one out of random. So this was the Etude Sunjung 2x Barrier Intensive Cream. This has like leftover like lip gloss on it, so that's why it looks really disgusting, but it's because I take the stoppers out my glosses. So yeah, this is a really good cream. I bought a bunch of these, like not a bunch of this particular one, but a bunch of different creams from ByMehshake like last year. This was really good. I feel like if you have like irritated your skin barrier, this would be a really good one to use. I feel like it was really hydrating. If sometimes I get like sort of like dry, like irritable skin around like this section, and this was really good for that. But also just like if your skin's feeling dry, this is quite like moisturizing and hydrating, so I really enjoyed this, and I can definitely see myself picking this up, and especially to use in the winter times because it can be a lot drier anyway. Even though it's not like so cold in the UK and we don't really get as much snow as we used to, but still like this was a good product, and I would most likely repurchase it to use in the winter times. I also used up this deodorant. It was an okay product, it was long lasting, was fine, but that's all I really have to say on it. I just wanted to try a passion fruit scent, but I don't feel like I could actually smell the passion fruit in here, but that's probably for the best because people do have sensitive skin, so that works out. But it was a good product. I don't know what I'd repurchase, but I usually go for like the Mitchum ones, so let's see. I use up this Beauty Bay chamomile and oat lipid cleansing balm. I bought a load of these at the start of the year because at that point I was literally going for like, it was a couple months, and I was literally going through one balm a month. Like I was insane. But I was using this up like very frequently, and I was like, okay, let me just buy a bunch of these because I don't want to have to keep purchasing stuff. So I bought a whole bunch of these, and then I stopped doing skincare for a very long time, but I'm trying to get back onto it again. But this is a really good like drugstore affordable cleansing balm. I feel like there's a lot of products from Beauty Bay that are like kind of slept on. I've tried a few of the skincare products. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of their skincare. Their makeup, however, is a lot better, but this cleansing balm is really good and I would recommend it. It's also quite affordable, and they have it in sets. It's usually on some kind of offer anyway. The other ones, like from drugstore, I would recommend is the e.l.f. one because that one's really good. I'd also recommend the number 7 one because that's also really, really good, like affordable cleansing balm. If you want something that's high end, LMS is really good, and so is Pharmacy. I'm sure I have tried others in the past, but those two really stood out to me, and I would really recommend those brands if you want their like a really good like a high end, expensive like luxe sort of like if you have the budget and you want something that's a little bit more expensive, then I'd say those two brands because they're both really good, especially Pharmacy. Like their cleansing balms are generally amazing and they're hyped for a very good reason. I just don't have the budget for them, but they are really, really good. Another brand that I love and everything I've bought from them or I've tried from them, I've always enjoyed is Biosense. This was the Squalane and BHA Pore Minimizing Toner. This was really, really good. I really like this. I would definitely see myself repurchasing this in the future at some point because I have a lot of like sort of like blackheads and like the filaments on my nose, and it's really annoying, but that's because I have oily skin as well, so it doesn't really help. But this was a really good one because whenever I would use this, it did make a difference, and it would make like you could visibly see the difference, which I really appreciated and I enjoyed. And I would definitely see myself repurchasing this one in the future. I already have the Paula's Choice BHA like toners, but I have like 2 of them from like maybe last year, the year before last, so I kind of need to work through those and use those up as well. But in the future when I need to, I can definitely see myself picking this up. I also used up this Mitchum Ice Fresh deodorant. I kept this in my bag, especially during the summer and the really hot weather, because when you're out and about, you just don't know when you're going to need this. Also, this was good for travel because there's a few times I had like a couple of weekends away because I was doing like volunteer work with an organization. So like whenever we needed to, I tried to like minimize how much product I would take with me. So this was often one that like accompanied me to these trips, but this is a good product. I really like the Mitchum deodorants. I think they're really, really good. I have something else from a different brand that I'm currently using, but this was a good one, and I can definitely see myself like just purchasing more like Mitchum deodorants, but like that's all I can really say because it's just a deodorant. Another product I used up was this Glow Recipe Plum Plump Hyaluronic Cream. This honestly is my absolute favorite moisturizer. I have used so many of these in the past, and I think this is also my fourth refill product as well. The only thing I don't like is the fact that the refill is like £30, so that's quite pricey for like a 50ml product. But that being said, it is one of my favorite moisturizers because I have oily skin, so especially during the summertime when it's really, really hot, I prefer like something lightweight on my face. I prefer like a light gel moisturizer because it doesn't feel heavy, thick, and it doesn't make me oilier than I already am. And this is a really good product, so it still feels hydrating enough without making me feel really oily, which I really like. This wouldn't be something I would use in the winter because it's a lot drier in the winter, so I would usually go for like a more thicker moisturizer. If you have dry skin, I wouldn't recommend this. I would say, if I feel like gel moisturizers, usually because they're quite light, they're more made for like oily skin. That's just something I would kind of say, and one thing I've sort of like noticed. But this is a really good product. I really love Glow Recipe, and I would love to like work with them in future products. They are one of my like top sort of brands that I do enjoy buying from. Also, I just love like the packaging is like cute, colorful, fun, which is really nice about the brand. But this is a really good product. I'm not even, I can see, I know I'm going to end up repurchasing a whole bunch of these in the future as well. I've used up so many products from them, and I've really enjoyed all of the products I've used. For this month, I also have two perfume empties. I used up the Molten Brown Sunlit Clementine and Vetiver sample. I got this, I think, from Look Fantastic. This is a nice scent. This is very like sort of like going to like a really sort of like quote unquote tropical place to go, somewhere like nice warm during the summer. I think this would be a really good scent for like travel to like a warm country, but I don't know if I would necessarily go ahead and repurchase it. If I do, I'd probably try like the small size because I don't think I would use up an entire size. The other one I used up was the Jean Paul Scandal perfume. I can't get the rest of this out, but this was a really, really lovely scent. I will definitely be purchasing one of these up in the future, but like a full size one, because this is honestly really, really good. I have so many perfumes at the moment I'm trying to work through. I have like, between my samples, which are the same size as these, and like my full size one, I've got about 50, and a good, I think about 20 plus of those are like the small samples and the small ones. And I'm really trying to just use up as many perfumes as I can, because I realize there's a lot of categories and a lot of things I don't really want too much of. Like, I like experimenting and I like trying new things, but I don't think I'm ever going to be like a perfume or fragrance connoisseur. It's just, I just don't see that being me. I like to keep certain things very like basic and simple, and I feel like perfumes is another one of those categories for me. The rest of this is makeup, and there's a lot of makeup in here. Also, there are going to be some spoilers to the projects I'm also doing, so if you see this video before you see those, I'm sorry, but like also like how exciting. So I use up two products from ELF. These are both the lip glosses. This was the retro paradise one and the plumping one. So I feel like with ELF, they discontinue all of their products eventually, unless it becomes like a bestseller and like it pops off. Like if it becomes one of those types of products, then they'll keep it in a routine. Otherwise, they discontinue them after like 2-3 years, and both of these have been discontinued, or as far as I can see, they've been discontinued. I also haven't been on the website in a very long time, so I don't know. But yeah, so these are the two that I bought. And I realized when I used up, I think, a gloss either last month or the month before from ELF, and it was only then I realized how quick and easy it is to pan these glosses. It took me, I realized when I actually went to check the progress on the gloss, and I had used it for like a couple of days, and I saw a really big dent, and I was like, okay, do you know what? I think this might be a good gloss to try. And then I panned that one up and it went really quick. And then I panned these up and they went really, really quick as well. So like within a week and a half, I was done with these. And honestly, if you guys see how many glosses I have, you'll understand why I'm so happy that I ended up using these up. These are not really glosses I would repurchase. One, I'm not ever going to purchase a blue gloss in my life or use it again. And this is a plumping gloss, and I hate plumping glosses. Also, this is like a very like neutral sort of color. You can find this color in sort of every brand, and it's not like I'm upset that this is gone. And the formula was good though, I have to say that, but it's just like a basic gloss. And yeah, I'm just happy that that was done. I've got a couple of, I think maybe 2 more glosses from ELF that I want to use up, And then I have a couple of others as well that I'm currently trying to pan. So let's see how that goes. But I'm really trying hard to get all of my lip categories down as I can by the end of the year. So let's see how much more I can pan. Another glossy product I've used was this Vive Lip Dew. This obviously didn't look like this. It was a clear gloss with like glitter, like goldish, like glitters in there. When you use this on its own, it was such a beautiful lip product. The only thing I didn't like about this was though that as the product sort of disappeared or wore off, it left a really like sticky residue. That drove me insane. I hated that feeling on the lips. And also I just don't like anything being sticky on my lips as well. It wasn't the one for me. Also, I feel like this used to make my lips really dry. So as beautiful as it looked on the lips, I used to get so many compliments whenever I used to wear this. If I weigh that against the pros against the cons, I just don't see myself repurchasing this. However, that being said, if this was given to me or like gifted to me, I will definitely be using this because it was a really good like product that I did like to wear, and it did look beautiful, but I just hated that feeling that product left once it sort of like wore off. I used up this Dr. Pawpaw plumping lip oil. By the time I used this, it wasn't really plumping. This, however, was the most beautiful glowy look on the lips ever. The thing is, I bought this from TK Maxx, and as you guys know, anything you really buy from TK Maxx, especially when it comes to the beauty stuff, a lot of it is like way past the expiry date, because I feel like brands, like when they've tried to sell and they can't sell it anymore, they just throw things to TK Maxx and TJ Maxx, and then these brands kind of sell it. So you're already getting a product that's way past its like expiry date, and even then you don't know how long that product has been sitting in like TK warehouses, whatever, TK Maxx warehouses. So that being said, this was like an old product, and I could start to smell that it was expired after using it, like especially recently. So I just use this up, and I can definitely see, and I know I'll repurchase this product again in the future. I used up this eyebrow pencil. This was from Makeup Geek. I bought a bunch of stuff from them when I found out that they were gonna like discontinue or like stop the brand, which is quite sad because I feel like they were quite iconic in the makeup game. But this was the formula of this pencil was really, really good. The only issue I had with this is the shade, because the shade was too light for my brows and my hair is quite dark anyway. So this is quite a light product, but I love the formula and I think I will miss it. But it was a bit silly for me to use because you can tell, and it did look a little bit weird. That being said, the formula of this product was really good, and I feel like Makeup Geek has a lot of really good like formulas anyway. So it's gonna be a shame that they like, you know, so much from them you cannot like buy anymore, but unfortunately it is what it is. Another lip oil I used up was this one from Artitude Cosmetics. Her lip oils are really good. I love the formula of these. This was the Gorgeous Grape one. I'm not the biggest fan of grape scents anyway, so I didn't really like the scent of this, but I just love the formula of this product. Luckily since then she has actually like changed the packaging. She changed the packaging of these products like quite a while ago, but I've had these for some time. This is the third one I've used. I bought a set of 6, and I'm kind of just slowly making my way through lip oils. So I'll either use a lip balm or like a lip oil, so I kind of like interchangeably use those. But this is a really good product. This is also very lightweight, which I really liked, and it doesn't have that sticky residue that some oils have for whatever reason. But this is a really good product, and if you want a new lip oil to try, I would highly recommend this. Also, she has a lot of really good makeup releases anyway, and like she does a lot of good stuff with her brand, so I would highly recommend you check her out. I'll link her down below. Like, I've got nothing affiliated with her yet, I just really like her brand and I enjoy the stuff that she releases, and I think you guys might too. I also use a mini lipstick. It's just a mini, but still I've been able to use it up. So this is the Undercover lipstick from Melt. I bought a pack of 5 of these mini lipsticks. I think it was like 5 from Melt, maybe last year or the year before then. So these are like really cute little itsy bitsy lip pencils. The only problem is they're so tiny, and honestly it's actually quite difficult to use a tiny lip product to do your makeup in. But the formula of these was so good. I'm just happy to say that I've finished a whole bunch of these Melt ones, because I have so many lipsticks. A lot of these are minis, but most of them are full size. And for somebody who has a lot of lip products, I don't need to think about buying any more. So for the rest of the year, I mean, I can't guarantee that I'm not going to buy anything, but for the rest of the year, I am going to try to not buy as much and just try to focus on using as many products as I can. I've used up this Beauty Bay eye pencil. This was a shade of vanilla and it was that skin tone colour. This is a really good pencil and it lasted me quite some time. I really like the formula because it was really creamy. I feel like there's a lot of companies that don't necessarily have like good eye pencils. Also, my eyes are really sensitive, so a lot of products do irritate my eyes. this formula didn't, and I really enjoyed this. It was really creamy, it sat really well in the eyes, it didn't really budge, it was quite long lasting because I also have really like watery sensitive eyes as well, so it was nice to see that this actually worked. It's also from Beauty Bay, and if you know Beauty Bay, they are very affordable. They have also, I would also really recommend their makeup stuff because their makeup stuff is really good and it's also really affordable. So I would highly recommend you check those out. And if you're in the market for like a new, so like eye pencil with like a creamy formula, I would say check out Beauty Bay because they have some nice stuff. I have a lot of like eye pencils, so I don't need to buy any more for the time being, especially because I didn't realize how many like vanilla sort of like skin toned colored ones I have, and I don't really normally use those as much. I don't really have like a set color I go for, so I either go for like a colorful one depending on the look I'm wearing, a black one, and sometimes like this sort of color. So it kind of just varies. So I already have like maybe 3 or 4 last time I checked. So as you can see, I don't really need any extras. I'm just trying to use up what I have at the moment. But this is a really good one, and I do recommend you check this out if you're interested. Then I use up this powder. I've been trying to use this up for over 8 months. So I think I rolled this in either at like December last year or like January this year. This has like 10 grams of product in here, and I bought this from Cult Beauty when it was highly discounted. And I think at the time Huda had started to like discontinue a bunch of her products, and this was one of those. I bought this last year at some point, and I didn't realize that this was going to be a little bit deeper for me. This is literally in the second shade up, which is Fair Light, but this, when I used to use this like back in like January, February time, you could tell like it was a bit too deep for me because I'd use my foundation, and whenever I'd put this on top of it, it would just like, you can tell the difference. There was like a whole shade difference in it, maybe like 2 shades darker, and I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then I ended up like tanning more and more over like, especially over the summer, so it's been easy to use. And anyway, over the summer where it's been so hot as well, it's just been nice to use this up because obviously when it's really hot, like I need more powder because I'm really oily. So it was good that this is finally gone, because at one point I was thinking I don't see myself like being able to hit pan in this or even use it up by the end of the year. And I'm trying to, like, with certain categories, just have like maybe 1 or 2. I think powders is one of them. I don't really need that many powders. There's like the set few that I've used and I really like I love the L'Oreal Mercier one. I would like to try the original OG sort of Huda Beauty one. I also want to try the Pat McGrath one, and I don't mind experimenting with 1 or 2 every now and again, but I don't see myself needing so many powders, especially because the way I do my makeup, I tend to use 1 of each thing. So like I'll use like 1 foundation, I'll use 1 concealer, 1 primer, 1 powder with a lot of things, and it'll be like certain products I use different things of, so like blush, highlighter, eyeshadow, lip stuff, I'll use like different things, but otherwise the rest of it is just like 1 item that I'm constantly using. And I feel like the most exciting one is this e.l.f. palette that is now an empty. This is probably the only palette I've ever been able to fully pan up, and there's only 4 shades, and you're thinking that's 4 and that's basic. People have panned like 24 pan palette, and you know what, you're not wrong. That takes a lot of time and dedication, and also in order for you to pan something that like that whole thing, you need to have like a small collection. If you've seen my videos of my makeup declutter, my eyeshadow palette declutter, you guys would have seen I have a lot of palettes. Also, if you follow me on Instagram, I posted at different times like pictures of my collections that I'd post, like what my foundation collection is, my concealer collection, my palettes and whatever, and or I kind of share the numbers as well. So like I have a lot of palettes, and it's really difficult to try to focus in on a specific palette to use, but damn, this I'm so happy I was able to use it up. I also really enjoyed this because it was a quad of just mattes, and I feel like if you have a lot of like shimmers or single shadows, or if you're somebody who likes a one and done look or just using no more than 2 shadows, I think this would be the perfect product for you. Also, it's really easy to travel with because it's so tiny. Like it's so tiny, it doesn't take up much space at all. It comes with like a very sort of light shade in here that's like a very sort of like beige, like a light beigey shade. Then it's got like 2 mid-tone browns. One's a cool tone, one's a warm tone, and the last shade is like a deeper, so like brown. It's not like too deep, but it's kind of like I want to say like coffee with a pinch of milk, but like maybe what coffee would look like, because it's been a long time, and that was like one of the first shades that you used up in this palette. But yeah, it was a really good product, a really good formula, and I feel like for the price as well, you just can't go wrong. And if you like a small makeup collection and you like to like have very basic sort of eyeshadow products that you use, this is a really good formula, and it's e.l.f. Like you can't go wrong. I think this is like £4, like that's dirt cheap. But of all the quads that I've used from them, this is probably my favorite and the best one, so I would highly recommend. I can definitely see myself buying this one again. Not that I need it because I have so much makeup already, but I can definitely see myself buying this one again and again because it was just so good and so easy to use. But yeah, so that is all of my empties for the month of August. I hope you guys enjoyed that video because I know I did. I'm so happy with that. I can finally see progress and things are moving out of my collection. I can also see like a noticeable difference in the drawers where I keep my skincare and my hair care. Like they're slowly starting to go down, and it's always nice to look back on these videos and see just like how much stuff is like actually leaving my space. For the next couple of months, I don't know how much empties I'm gonna have because I am also testing out some products that I got sent in PR. I'll do a video about that too. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I've just recently like opened up, so it's gonna take me a while to use those. So I'm not too sure, but I'm really looking forward to just seeing how many more empties I can get in my hair care, my fragrance, and my makeup stuff. So let's see. Also, make sure you follow me over on TikTok because I am posting like almost every day over there as well. So I do a lot of other makeup content over there if you're interested. But that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you next time.